A microphone is a device that changes acoustic energy into electric current that can be altered and manipulated.
Okay, now, guys, the head of the microphone family tree is the carbon microphone. Keep that in mind. This is kind of like the parent of all the microphones. This is kind of where it all started. Now, carbon mics were the first electronic device that made transmission and reproduction of sound possible. Its uniqueness, it has two plates that separated by granules of flexible electrocarbon. Now, a little bit how this kind of works is the outward facing plate is usually made from a thin substance that reacts to the sound waves that are being transmitted into it. And as steady current is passed between the plates, the varied resistance results in a modulation of the current at the same frequency of the sound waves hitting the diaphragm. Now, what I would like for you to do is just check out the animation that's on the next slide, and that way you can kind of get a little bit more clear picture. The picture shown is a mixing board. Now, some mics, they basically use a mixing board in order to get power and amplification from to in order to power the mic. Now, voltage from the mixing board is standardized at 48 volts. We call this voltage phantom power. Most consoles, large and small, they're going to have a button to engage the phantom power, and it's going to be clearly marked. Take a look at the microphone that's shown. This is called the Neumann U87. Now, some people say this is arguably one of the most known and most widely used studio microphones in the world. Actually, that is true. And actually, myself, I own one. Now, the Neumann U87 is a large diaphragm condenser microphone. Now, as you've seen in that diagram in the previous slide, the mic offers three pickup patterns via a switch mounted below the head basket. And these are the different patterns that you can actually switch to either a cardioid, my apologies, omni, a figure eight, and these are the different patterns that you can use on this microphone that's supported. Now, another condenser microphone that people love to use is called the AKG C14. Oh man, this is a pretty good mic here, guys. Now, this mic, it has five patterns, and it's actually kind of known as one of the most universal, versatile, large diaphragm microphones for decades. Now, one thing about this microphone is widely used for accurate and detailed pickup of acoustic instruments, and it features nine pickup patterns, three filters, and a pad. That is something that is amazing. Again, the 414 has a peak hole LED light that let a user know when overload has occurred in the microphone, and has a 153 decibel dynamic range, making it a versatile choice for all applications. So again, there's just many flavor of condenser microphones that exist. Now we're going to speak about dynamic microphones. We refer to this as the moving coil microphone sometimes. Now, dynamic microphones, they use the principle of electromagnetic induction, and the good thing about this microphone that it contains a diaphragm that is fixed to a moving coil. Now, if you look at the diagram, the red and blue boxes, the coil's position in the static magnetic field generated by a permanent magnet. Those are the magnets, the red and blue. I love dynamic microphones, as I stated. And the simplicity is really great for these microphones. Dynamics mics are a good choice for live sound applications as well as studio environments. Now, as the sound waves hit microphones, well, as they hit these dynamic microphones, they set up vibrations. And the movement of the coil in the magnetic field induces a signal voltage at the same frequency of the sound source. I want you guys to take a look at this animation on the next frame and how the dynamic microphone works. Now we're going to take a look at some popular dynamic mics. This is the fun part. The Shure SM57 in the 58 picture. It's a unidirectional cardioid dynamic mic, and the design that has been used in some respect on 75% of recordings in most studio collections. Now, you can look on any stage, guys, and this microphone is used on snare drums, the vocals, to guitar caps, my apologies. And this mic is just about well known for anything and everything. Very, very durable mic. Very durable mic. Another great dynamic mic is the Sennheiser MD421. This MD421 mic that's pictured has been a fixture in recording studios since its introduction in 1960. It's notoriously good on drums, like the tom mic of choice for many engineers. I use it all the time on my toms. Also, I use it on the kick drum. The MD421 is like the 57 because it's very versatile and it sounds good on everything. And actually, I'm so intrigued by this microphone that I had to go purchase a vintage one for myself. Now, our last dynamic microphone that we're going to talk about is the Shure SM7 Bravo. Now, the Shure SM7 Bravo is an industry standard dynamic microphone. It literally, this microphone, it has been the flagship of Shure's dynamic mic product line for years, and it has a reputation for being basically the go-to studio mic for numerous sources, including vocals. I've myself have done so many vocals with this microphone. And get this, the SM7 Bravo was famously used by Michael Jackson's on the album Thriller. Now, the last microphone type we will discuss will be the ribbon mic. Ribbon microphones uses a thin, usually corrugated metal ribbon that's suspended in a magnetic field. The ribbon is electrically connected to the microphone's output, and its vibration within the magnetic field, it generates an electrical signal. Now, basic ribbon microphones detect sound in a bidirectional pattern. This means that both sides can kind of perceive sound and changes in pressure. So that's a pretty good thing when recording different things when you like to get the sound from both directions. Now, picture here is the Royer 121. This is a ribbon microphone. The Royer 121 is a passive ribbon microphone with an innovative offset ribbon placement that gives two sides of the microphone distinct features and sound. Now, the cool thing about the ribbon microphone that I really found interesting, and I think that a lot of you will, is the ribbon element is made of pure aluminum and it's 2.5 microns thick and it's tuned to about 40 hertz, give or take. Now, the thing what makes this so unique, this microphone, this ribbon microphone, Royer builds this feature as two mics in one. This innovation was patented in 1999. So again, it's like you get two mics in one because you can hear perceived sound from both sides. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this instruction on the different types of microphones and some of the basic fundamental characteristics. Now, I just want you to keep in mind, before the possibility of recording sound, it came the need for communication. This invention of the telephone is the starting place for a lot of the concepts that we still use in the audio world today. Keep in mind that the microphone, it was invented out of the necessity of communication. But like many inventions, it evolved its capabilities and the ability to do its job over a span of more than 100 years. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and this instruction. And I want to again thank you for your time. My name is Bernard Johnson. Thank you and have a great day.